Hey guys, so I'm doing a review on quick capture, which isn't that good of an idea, but I'm doing it anyway. So this is a review on Urban Decay loose pigments. I got them for $5 each on a huge sale, where the smoky eye pencils, the Ultra Glide lip glosses, and the loose pigments were on sale for $5 each, when the loose pigments are usually $20 each. So naturally I got 4 of them. I got Yeyo, which is described as bright white, Baked, which is described as a bronze, Goddess, which is described as a midnight blue sparkle, and Asphyxia, which is described as a pink with a purple shift. Now, I'm going to start off with some swatches, if I can find my... Okay, so I'm going to put on some of Urban Decay's Eden Primer Potion, because this is what I use every day. So, it's pretty important for me to use the primer that I use. I'm just going to start off with this. If you don't have a primer that's going to make the pigment stick to the primer, then it's going to be pretty hard to work with these. So I'm going to start with Goddess, because this is my favorite out of the entire loose pigment. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on. Goddess is such a pretty color. It's so pretty. I love it. So it is midnight blue with electric blue glitter, and it's almost black. I'm wearing it right now along with Baked and Yeyo. So right now I'm wearing 3 of my loose pigments. I'm just leaving out Asphyxia. So the black that you see is Goddess, and it's really nice. This is the loose pigment that goes on the easiest. It's so pigmented. It's like you only need to put a little bit on and it will like go on perfectly. Like I barely put any on for this line, and look at how nice it is. I'm gonna see if I can get it for you. But you can see the glitter in it and the blue, and it's like a black, only it has sort of a blue twist. So it's sort of interesting when you have it used in a smoky eye that's otherwise natural looking, or mostly natural looking, because it adds sort of a little bit of interest to it. And since my eyes are brown, using the blue does help a lot to bring out the brown in it. So I really like this pigment. This is my favorite. So next I'm going to be doing Baked. Baked is my second favorite. It was actually suggested to me by a friend. It's a really pretty bronze color. Like, it's gorgeous. Usually I'm not the one to buy natural colors. Usually it's always like bright colors or really dark colors, but you can see Baked right next to Goddess. Baked is really pretty. It has a little bit of sparkle to it, and I'm wearing it right now. As an eyeliner, when I use it with the Transforming Potion, it's gorgeous. I love it. I'm actually really glad that my friend convinced me to buy it, because I would have bought like a green or something like that. Even though I don't really look good in green, I love green anyway. But it really helped, and I love it. Okay, so next is Yeyo, because it was the first one I picked up. This isn't really in any particular order. It's white, and it goes on pretty well. There's a lot of fallout with Yeyo that's visible. I have it next to Baked, and for a white, it's really nice. Like, white eyeshadow never has really worked for me. I always have to use a white eyeliner and then smudge it, and even then I have to put a few coats on to make the white really stand out. But this, I just have to put a couple of coats on, when usually with eyeshadow it takes me forever. But the thing with Yeyo is, I would love it for it to be a brighter white. It's sort of sparkly, which is nice, and it's shimmery, but I would just wish that the white was just a tad bit brighter and more pigmented. So last but not least is Asphyxia. I love this color. I'm putting it on next to Yeyo, and it is gorgeous. It is more of a purple with blue shift rather than pink with a purple shift. I have it on next to Yeyo. It's really hard to see it on camera, but when it's like in person, like when it catches the sunlight, it glows blue, which is actually really cool. The only problem with it is it's not extremely pigmented. Like, it is, but when you wear it, like, or when you put it on, it comes on really thinly at first, and so you have to go over it a few times to really get really bright color that it looks in the bottle. And it has a little bit of pink glitter in it too, and it's really cute, and I love it. So, the pros and cons, I'm gonna have to do this quick since I only have a few minutes left. The pros of it is these are really nice, and most of the ones that I have, basically 3 out of 4, are extremely pigmented and go on really nicely. They are long lasting. If you use a primer, I haven't used them without a primer. I have used them with my setting spray, and it works so well. I love them. They're really nice when you use them together. I haven't really used them with other eyeshadows besides the loose pigments, but they blend really well and they look really pretty. But the cons of them, I don't like the packaging. The packaging is like a little, I guess it's metal. It's a tube, and when you open the cap, I'm using Baked for this one, it comes out with this brush, but the tube is so thin that you can't use your own brush. And if you don't open it extremely carefully, like, it'll explode everywhere. And they're really noisy, and it's kind of obnoxious. But I'm really anal about this stuff. And you can't really, like, you don't really have a cap to dump it out in. So again, you're kind of forced to use the brush that it came with, which isn't bad since it's a really nice brush. I'm trying to let you see it without it, like, exploding on me. It's a very soft brush, really good for putting eyeshadow on. But when you're trying to, like, blend it to make a smoky eye and get it up in your crease and everything, usually I would use either an angled brush or a thin, or some other kind of thin brush for it. But instead I have to end up using the brush, putting it on, and then taking my own brush and blending it, which is a little bit of a pain to do. But honestly, I don't know, for $5 each, these were definitely worth it, and I'm glad that I bought them. But for $20 each, I think that's a little bit too much of a high price. So I would not buy them if they aren't on sale, unless you really are if you're into loose pigments. I'm not that much of a loose pigment person, though I do like using them sometimes. If you're really into loose pigments, these are totally worth it. They're really nice loose pigments. But if you aren't too into loose pigments and you just want a few colors just in case you need them, I would wait until Urban Decay has one of its many sales. There's semi-annual, like 30% off sales, and right now they're for $5 each. So if I were you, I would get them while they're $5 each, because honestly, $20 for this, even though they last a long time, the eyeshadow themselves, I could bet is going to last a long time, because you don't need that much, and there's actually a lot in these tubes. Like, from here to here is like eyeshadow. So these are pretty much worth it. I like them, and so it just depends on whether you're a loose pigment person or not. So yeah, leave a comment, video response, you know, ask me questions, subscribe.